We're here with yet another episode. Yeah, that's right. We here. Be visuals, you got to understand. We grown, we consistent, we moving forward, and I guarantee you, we move into a place that ain't never been done before. We're on the Unselfish Behavior Podcast for yet another episode, and we have a very, very, very special guest in the building. You already know we bring top of the line, like top notch, you know what I'm saying, like representation of the city. We got the one and only James Beast Mode. James the Beast Wilson in the building right now. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
The champ is here. You feel me? Yeah.
I love it. Yes, sir. So James Wilson, man, for those people out there who don't know who you are, I always like to jump into the episode with allowing my guests to have the space to just kind of touch on who you are, what you stand for, and what you do.
Yeah, man. I'm James the Beast Wilson, man. Professional boxer, heavyweight boxer, man. Professional MMA fighter, professional kickboxer, professional Muay Thai. Former NFL. I've pretty much done all athletics, man, and at a high level.
Yep.
Inner city kid from LA, man, and here to make an impact, baby, on every stage, on everything in this world, man. You know what I mean? It's beast mode or no mode.
Beast mode or no mode. He's in the building. You got to understand. All those things that he just named, ladies and gentlemen, he's basically saying he will beat your motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
Is that safe to say?
But I'm humble.
Huh?
You know
He humble, so I'll say it for him. He will whoop your motherfucking ass if you fuck around with the fuck around, is what my man is saying.
Don't fuck around with the fuck
around. Don't fuck around
with
the fuck around.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
My man James, obviously you mentioned something, brother, that I'm very passionate about. Which is boxing. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who know me know that King Q is very passionate about the sport of boxing. That's right. And right now, boxing is in a very fascinating space because I don't think, in my opinion, I want to get yours. Okay. You look at everything from the featherweight division all the way to the heavyweight division. Obviously, for the past century, I think the welterweight division has kind of been, obviously with Mayweather and Canelo and Pacquiao, these are all welterweights, and people don't understand how small these dudes are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas be looking at them niggas like they knocking niggas out and they big. No, these niggas is tiny, little dudes.
Right.
What's your opinion right now on the state of boxing as a whole? What's your perspective on that?
I think all around, it's on the come up. For a minute, the small guys are running the show. For like the past decade, you know what I mean? It's been the little guys, the welterweights, you know what I mean? Just kind of taking over. The heavyweight division died down a bit. But now the heavyweight division is coming back.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's a good time right now.
Yeah.
It's back on the rise, and every division is pretty much loaded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's great because when you look at all the earlier boxing, man, it was all about, when you turn on HBO, it was the heavyweight.
It was all heavyweights.
The heavyweight. That was the show.
Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, Tyson. You was packed
Riddick Bowe.
Come on now. Come on now.
That was a sight to see. So it's really dope, man, that we getting this division back on the rise, man. And it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
Not only because it's back, but because the beast is in there.
Come on
in
now.
The mix. So it's going down, man. For real.
What sets you apart? If somebody asked you, James, what sets you apart from any other fighter right now? What would you tell them?
You know what? My aggressiveness. Now we're gonna talk about just boxing for a moment because I've done every other combative sport. But as far as in the heavyweight division in boxing, man, I don't feel like not too many guys got that kill switch.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like they'll throw 1 or 2 shots and then they'll stop and just try to. I'm coming 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not stopping until the ref come in or you down on the ground. You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest difference. That's not to say these guys ain't good fighters, that they can't fight. Yeah, they get at what they do. But what I do is just different. You know what I mean? It's a killer instinct. And I think the majority of the guys in the heavyweight division don't got it.
That's real.
You look at Deontay, he's looking for 1 shot. You look at AJ, who's my boy, he's only going to throw about 2 or 3 and then stop. You know what I mean? You look at Fury, he's going to try to move, shake and bake, play Muhammad Ali, hit you, then run and move. You know what I mean? No, I'm trying to pin you down, chop your body up, cut your head off.
Come on now.
So, yeah.
We ain't had nobody even talk like that since Tyson. You know what I'm saying?
Just, hey.
Where does that mindset come from? I think
you know what, man? It's just something deep rooted. You know what I mean? I think everything, stems from something.
Right.
And I don't know if it's stuff from my childhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's pent up that I ain't dealt with.
But
man,
I'm taking it out on all you niggas.
Yeah. But it's just like, yo, I'm not in here to box 12 rounds for what?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get in, get out.
That's real.
So
that's real. Yeah. But obviously, you have fighters like, especially Tyson Fury. I think out of those 3 names that you named, Tyson Fury is a dancer.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury ain't looking to knock no fucking body out. The nigga ain't really even got no knockout power, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think Tyson Fury looking to knock no fucking body out. Niggas, I'm not gonna call him a clown. I just think Tyson Fury is very intentional. He's like a big Mayweather. Like, he's just looking to beat you in rounds. He's not looking to go in there and knock nobody out, do no damage.
He wants to be pretty.
He want to be
Flash.
pretty. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, for people like that, when you do go against opponents that are looking to dance and looking to kind of score points in rounds, are you ready for that aspect of boxing as well? Or is that kind of like, nigga, fuck that. That ain't even a thought in my mind because I'm knocking these niggas out within the first 4 rounds.
Yeah, see, and actually, that's funny because Fury, out of all the big guys, and here's the thing, everybody's look like basketball players now.
Yeah.
Everybody in the head is super tall, 6'5",
lanky,
6'6", 6'7".
Yeah.
Fury, 6'9".
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big.
And he could move for a big dude. He's slick.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a lot of these guys ain't got the footwork to cut these guys off who like to move. You know what I mean? They ain't got the head movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the difference. And that's why a lot of these guys, for example, who's fighting Wilder, they getting knocked out because they standing right on the end of his punch.
They doing what he want them to do.
They're not pressing. Yeah, they stand in his range. They're not pressing the issue. They ain't got the footwork or the head moving to press the issue. You know what I mean? That's the difference in what I bring to the division. You know what I mean? So with all of them, hey, how you gonna stop me from getting inside?
That's real.
Yeah, you can move. I can guarantee you I got the fastest feet in the heavyweight division.
On.
You know what I mean? And there might be some of these guys who've been doing this since they was kids. They probably have more experience, but they ain't got the skill set that I got. You know what I mean? So that's the difference.
I love it. Do you think that you being so versatile in different aspects of combat sports, do you think that's a testament to your footwork? And do you think that more fighters should look to kind of explore different avenues of fighting to just kind of add more tools to the shed?
I definitely think, especially like coming from kickboxing, right?
Yeah.
So most of the time when we punch, we end in that combination with a kick.
With a kick. Gotcha.
So our angles, our feet, and everything is different.
Gotcha.
So me bringing that, having that first and then bringing that into boxing, it was a little more easier. I could cut different angles easier because I'm used to a kick coming. So my foot will be in this place. It's going to be here. So it all helped. At the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Got you.
Yeah.
How important is mentorship in boxing or in fighting, combat sports in general, to have somebody who's done what you're looking to do? How important is it to kind of have somebody that's kind of like training you or, you know, speak to me from a trainer's perspective. Like, how important has your trainers been in combat sports to contribute towards who you are today?
Yeah. It's funny. Like, a lot of guys, they usually stick with like one coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a set of coaches that I rotate between. And the reason that I kind of do that is because I take bits and pieces from everybody. And I make my own salad. You know what I mean? You take what you like, what you don't like, you take it out. You mix it all together, and you got your salad.
Love it.
You got your own flavor, your own twist. You know what I mean? And having that teacher is important. Anybody could be a coach. It's a difference between being a coach and being a teacher.
There we go. Now we talking.
Yeah, so it's easy to put somebody through a workout and do this, but to be able to tap into the fighter's mind, that's a teacher. That's where that teacher come in, where they get to calm down. Here we go. You see this? When you do this, I need you to do this. They get to be your eyes. So that teacher is very important, more so than anything else. Working that mental aspect, man, because all this is, man, it's 90% mental.
It's mental.
I mean, yeah, you got to put the work in, but if that mind ain't right, you can be in shape all you want. If that mind ain't right, you go in the fight, it ain't going to work out the way you want it.
That's real. Yeah. Have you ever had a situation in combat, in a combat exchange, to where you've, you know, been in a certain round, or you go to your corner and you like, damn, okay, physically, I got it. But mentally, it's like, okay, I got to turn the fucking switch on.
Yeah. I can't say I've ever felt broken or felt defeated.
Got you.
But I've been in a situation where one of my coaches lift me up like, yo, we might be down. It's time for you to turn that shit on.
Turn that shit up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It don't mean it. And sometimes it's mind tricks.
Yeah.
You might not even be losing. You know what I mean?
That's real. And that's a good teacher, right?
Yeah. You might not even be losing. They'll tell you, all right, champ, you're down. And in my mind's like, oh shit, okay. No, we can't be in this position.
Got you.
Now I got to make a decision. Now I got to turn it on. Now I got to press the gas. And that's, how they just kind of rev you up a little bit.
Right. How important is it to have that switch? I think a lot of people, especially me being a boxing fan, and I actually boxed for 5 years. It was something that I fell in love with, bro.
Yeah.
Right. I started boxing when I was about 18 years old. I fell absolutely in love with it. I was boxing at Westside Boxing Gym, a very popular boxing gym in LA. My boy, shout out to Nacho. Shout out to my main man Jose down there. They are sponsored by Golden Boy. But them boys down there, nigga, they push you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I got in boxing, the first thing that I thought about was, wow, the conditioning in this shit is like on a whole, like, nigga, for outside looking in, when you're not into athletics, when you're not into any type of sports, for me, I'm thinking from a conditioning standpoint, soccer probably had like I'm like, because they're just running
all day.
It's straight conditioning. But no, sir. Boxing is exploring every aspect of your body.
Absolutely.
Nigga, I gained such a respect for boxers. I'm like, yo, you niggas is crazy. 3 minutes, nigga?
Right.
Up in here?
Right.
Bro, just like throwing shit. And it's like, yo, 3 minutes when you in there, that shit feel like 10. That shit feel like 10, 15 minutes.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Especially when you getting hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you moving and shit. What attracted you to boxing? What attracted you to boxing in particular? I think boxing is completely different than MMA.
Absolutely.
I think boxing is completely different from Muay Thai. Right. I think boxing is completely different from kickboxing. What attracted you to want to explore boxing?
You know what? I'm all about hands.
There we go.
Like, even though I've done everything else where I have to kick and no wrestling, jiu-jitsu and everything else.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I just want to throw my hands. You know what I mean? Especially like being a heavyweight, for example, in MMA. These dudes just like to wrestle. They like to take you down. Ain't nobody trying to lay around on the ground and do all that. No, stand up and let's throw these things.
That's right.
So it was like, you know what? Let me utilize what I got, man. So why not go ahead on and just do it?
Got you.
And at the end of the day, it's a great time. Because the division is coming back up, you know what I mean?
Right.
And there's nobody who got what the Beast got.
That's right.
So at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? Let's go ahead and start this wave.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. Are you open to exploring different avenues of combat sports right now? Or are you just gun-ho on like, yo, I'm in boxing right now. I'm only focused on boxing. If a contract comes my way from MMA or Bellator or anybody else, I'm denying that. I'm rejecting that because my focus is on here.
Yeah.
Or are you open to other avenues and opportunities?
I'm definitely just primarily focused on boxing right now.
Love it.
And I've had an opportunity where I've got an offer for a world title fight in Germany for kickboxing. I declined it. Because right now, man, I'm just in pursuit of this world heavyweight champ. You know what I mean? And boxing has so much history. You know, it's one of the oldest sports. And, man, it's boxing. There's nothing like boxing.
Ain't nothing like
motherfucking
motherfucking boxing. They be visuals?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like boxing. Ain't nothing like that motherfucking boxing. Who right now we're about to jump into some shit I'm excited about.
Yeah.
James, huh? You with me? You locked
it?
in?
We here. Let's
James Wilson
is
up in here with King Q for the first
time.
We about to go there. You got to understand it.
Yes, sir.
Who would James Wilson say right now is the king of boxing right now, currently? Who got the throne right now? And I mean boxing as a whole. Because a lot of people could look at Anthony Joshua and be like, oh, he's the king of boxing because he's a heavyweight. No, when Mayweather was fighting, this nigga was the clear-cut king of boxing. When De La Hoya was fighting, he was the clear-cut king of boxing. When Tyson was fighting, he was the clear-cut king of boxing. Who's the king of boxing, if there is one right now, in your opinion?
That's
Who's that nigga right now?
That's a very good question. Now, note any division.
Any division.
Yeah. Okay. Damn, it's hard.
Ain't that something?
Damn.
Come on.
All right, but okay. I like Errol Spence.
Okay.
Errol Spence.
You just watched Errol Spence last fight.
Errol Spence. He's a dog. He's not a big dude.
I think Errol Spence
but he fight like a big dude.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely say he's one. See, there's so many, man.
Yeah.
And they all got their own. Man, Lomo got his own joint.
Come
his
on.
footwork, his movement.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be in boxing, man.
Absolutely.
I can't even pick that one, man.
What do you think about the young dudes, the smaller weights like the Gervonta Davises?
Another dog.
Yeah, another dog.
Another dog.
What you think about my main man? Who's that brother? Young brother, signed to Golden Boy, young Hispanic kid. He on the rise right now. Garcia.
Ryan Garcia. Little speedster.
Little speedster.
You know, I like Ryan. He's they groomed him to be the next De La Hoya.
Yeah, for sure.
He's the young, pretty, you know what I'm saying? Pretty, got that little swag, you know what I mean? And he's a speedster. He's a flash, you know what I mean? So
I love it.
It's a lot of good people coming up, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now what we're gonna do real quick, because we could talk boxing all day.
Absolutely.
This whole episode could be completely about boxing.
Yeah, you all day.
But with the Unselfish Behavior podcast, I always like to open up different avenues of the journey for my guests, because I think a lot of people are looking for inspiration and motivation and empowerment, most importantly in this generation. I want to touch on fatherhood. Yeah, I want to touch on fatherhood.
For sure.
I want to touch on fatherhood. Because one thing I seen about James Beast Wilson, James the Beast Wilson, is that correct?
Sir, yes, sir.
James the Beast Wilson. When I saw you, I said, man. And for those of you who don't know, I've been knowing James since I was probably, if you were 16, I had to be like 12 years old. 13 years old. Yeah, right, so I've been knowing James. Yeah. James know my family. He know my mama, my sisters, my brothers. So this is family right here. Yes, now, James, I want to talk a little bit about the journey. I want to talk about What adversity have you been through along this journey? Have you had moments, James, in this journey to where you felt like, I'm not doing this shit no more. I want to quit. I think a lot of people are dealing with that right now.
Yeah.
Have you dealt with that before? If not, tell me what tools have you used in order to get through that?
Right. You know what? I don't care what you do in life, what field you in, you know what I mean, what your career is. There's always going to be a point where there's a fork in the road, man, because shit go get hard. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. That's part of life. You know what I mean? I mean, growing up, everything that transpired in my life all helped me to become who I am now. You know what I mean? Coming up, having to deal with homelessness, sleeping in cars, sleeping on park benches, taking showers in the park, you know what I mean? Not knowing where your next meal was going to come from. I mean, I got to go out and hit licks to make sure I eat, to make sure my little sister eat, my mom eat, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We in and out of juvenile hall, in and out of placement, you know what I'm saying? Foster care group home. So at that point, should I even be here right now?
That's real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I take all that, and all that is bricks. Bricks. It's a bit about just to get me to who I am right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's still far from over. You know. But if I would have been that weak-minded individual and took that and used that as my crutch, like, oh man, I just victim. You know what I mean? If I would have played that victim, I would never reach any level. You know what I mean? But I take that and I use that as fuel. As, you know what? I ain't never about to be sleeping on the park bench.
Ever again.
I ain't never about to be sleeping in and out of motels.
Ever again.
I never be on welfare. You know what I mean? I would never have to go a day without having food in my refrigerator. You know what I mean? And that's what I take from that, man.
Now, in regards to fatherhood, because I know I brought it up, in regards to fatherhood, how important is it to instill those qualities in your children while they're young? Right. How important is that for you as a father?
Oh, it's critical.
Yeah.
You know, and they'll never have to go through the things I went through.
That's right.
But at the same time, they'll never be sheltered. They'll know that you want some shit, you got to work your ass off for it. Because ain't nothing going to be given to you.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And sometimes, even when you get there, you working your ass off. You think, oh, I deserve it now? No, you get it snatched away from you.
There we
you know
go.
what I mean? Or you'll get there, you'll be working, you get to where you finally about to reach your goal, then something else will transpire, and that'll lead you into something else. You know what I mean? We have a plan, but that shit don't always work out like that. So you got to be ready mentally, you know what I'm saying? So when shit do close, when shit don't go your way, what's your next step? You go throw in the towel and quit, or you go keep on pushing?
Right.
You know what I mean? That mental toughness is key.
That's real. One thing that just came to my mind, because the way my mind works, especially when I'm interviewing people, I just have images. Yeah. So I'm a visionary. Yes. So I just be having, images pop up in my head while people are fucking talking. It's crazy. So one image that just popped up in my head is my girl's daughter, Charlie. Shout out to Charlie. You know what I'm saying? But she's in karate right now. And when I go to her classes, I see that her sensei is really he brings out a different level of himself when these kids are crying while they're fighting. Right. I'm gonna say that one more time. Yeah. It's a difference with being in a combat sport and you're fighting somebody, you going back and forth, you both giving a kind of even exchange. Right. But it's a complete difference when you're kind of feeling like you losing mentally. And you're crying. Right. As a kid, I think kids are very used to that being the comfort zone for them. Like, if I cry, then my parents will comfort me. Right. But I see her sensei is like, no, this nigga will literally throw these. Bro, these are little ass kids. These are 5-6-year-old kids. He will snatch their ass and say, because you crying, that means to me that you want some more. So get back in there. You about to fight even more now for an even longer period of time. Have you experienced that type of element with your children to where they're like, Dad, I can't do it. I'm crying.
Oh, and I love it.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I'm glad they do it. 'Cause I want to see what you got.
There we go.
I want to see if you go forward or not. See, it's at that point, man. It's if you go forward or you go keep fucking going.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10, see, here's my thing. If you're crying, you better have a reason to be crying. Are you in pain? Something hurt? Something broke? If not, then you just looking for a way out.
It's all mental.
That's it.
Got you.
You know what I mean? And see, nobody knows what they're really capable of until they push past the point where they thought that was it. Okay, until you get to that point where you push past that barrier, man, you gonna never know what you're really made of. So I'm always pushing them. You know what I mean? And they every time, no matter they whine, they cry. I know you ain't nothing wrong with you. You're tired, you're fatigued. Well, guess what? In life, you gonna be fatigued. You gonna want to quit. You gonna want to stop. You want to give up. And the day you do that, the day you fail.
Absolutely.
So my whole thing is, you got to suck it up. Okay? It might be uncomfortable right now.
Come on.
That's all it is. It's not pain. It's just discomfort. But see, when people get okay with being uncomfortable,
you know damn well we're talking my language, huh?
When people get okay with being uncomfortable, that's when they'll begin to grow. You know what I mean? So I'm not that parent who's gonna pamper and baby their kids.
Facts.
No. Life ain't go baby your ass.
Put their ass out there, let them figure it out.
That's it.
That's real, bro. And it's funny.
Listen, if we don't do it, you gonna learn from the streets.
Facts.
Okay? They say life is the best teacher and it's also the hardest teacher.
That's real.
So you want me to give it to you now and let you be prepared?
That's real.
Huh? Or you want to let life whoop your ass?
That's real. That's real. That's one thing that I'm instilling within my daughter. My daughter is 9 years old. And for me, I'm really big on, like, as you can imagine, when having a daughter, it's a completely different element than having a son, because with daughters, they look to us for that protection aspect, for that reassurance aspect of, like, if I come to daddy and I give him the mushy eyes, then he'll give me what I want. But for me, I'm really like, bro, I'm so like that with my daughter. If you come to me and tell me somebody's bothering you, if you come to me and tell me something's hurting, are you dying? Do you need surgery? Do we need to go to the hospital? No, all those things are off the board. So my biggest thing that I tell my daughter all the time is figure it out. Because in life, daddy may not be there while you're dealing with adversity. But if you're so used to using me as your comfort zone, you will have no idea how to get through things when they're uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
So for me, I'm super, super big on that. And I think parents need to take more initiative in instilling those type of qualities within their kids at an early age, and not just pampering and hugging their kids when they're crying. Like you just said, it's so pivotal. I hope y'all caught what he said. Just because your kid is crying don't mean they're hurting. I'm going to say that one more time, James.
Yes, sir.
James the Beast Wilson is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Listen to me. Like, just because they're crying don't mean they're hurting. So for me, I'm really big on, like, what are you crying for? I hear that shit. Get your ass back out there. Because it's in those moments, especially as an adult, when life hits your ass and you crying. I've been there. When you mentioned your homelessness, it took me right back to my journey and being homeless for a year and a half. I know you've seen my video that I posted earlier, that I posted yesterday. And for me, I'm so passionate about sharing that dynamic with people, because I think we live in an age, especially with us being influencers and people looking at us as like, kind of like, okay, you walking in your purpose, you doing your thing, whatever the case may be. They can get so caught up in the wins that they'll have no idea of the losses that it took to get there. And so for me, that shit brought out another version of me. Oh, I gotta say it one more time, James. It brought out a version of me that I didn't even know was possible. I wasn't even aware that this person you're sitting across from was possible. I knew I was powerful. I knew I had things to offer. I knew I was passionate about the things I was doing. But I had no fucking clue that I can manage multiple platforms at one time, that I can connect with people on a deep and intimate level, sustain relationships, create networking platforms. Like I didn't have no idea that I would be in front of a fucking camera doing a podcast 2 years from then, and having people contacting me saying, yo, you simply sharing your story and being transparent is inspiring the fuck out of me. I had no idea that element of it was possible. So for me, I'm touching on my post right now. That's the first image that just came to my head. You know, I think of images. You know what I'm saying, James? So my post just came to my head, and I talked a lot about stop running from taking L's. And you wrote on my post, you said facts.
Yes, sir.
And I want to get your perspective on embracing losses, embracing losing. The first thing that I ask my daughter when I pick her up from school and when she gets with me is, what did you fail at today? What did you fail at today? I want to know about, what did you fail at today? What could you have been better at today? What? So, because I want the initiative to be, I want the focus to be on that, so that you're comfortable with failing in life, because guess what? Failing in life is a norm.
Yes, sir.
And it's a requirement in order to be great.
Yes.
No great has ever not failed before. So my thing is, my perspective is, embrace the L's. Shit, when you got challenges, when you have things to where it's like, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get out of this. When you have equations in school to where it's like, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna, like you know what I'm saying? Like, you think from a kid's perspective, like, I don't know how the fuck to do this. Okay. James didn't always know how to fucking box. His ass got in the gym. He practiced. He studied. He stayed consistent when it was hard. When he had pain, he kept fucking going. He didn't stop going to the gym. So what is your perspective on embracing L's?
Man, it's like you said, it's needed. You know what I mean? A lot of people get caught up in the, I never want to lose, and not knowing that you need that adversity, man. that adversity brings a certain version of yourself out of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When you look at all the greats, when you think of greatness, what do you think of? Kobe Bryant, Walter Payton, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. Everybody's hit the canvas. Everybody's failed. Everybody's lost, and that doesn't discredit them. They're still the greatest to ever do what they do. Yeah. You know what I mean? But from that L, you know what they did? That made them more hungry.
Facts.
So that elevated them. Even though they may have fell down for a second, that slight fall made them elevate higher than they was before they lost.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah. So I'm on the same page as you, man. I've lost before. You know what I mean? And it doesn't feel good. And all that did was make me down. Let me get my ass back to work. Now I got to go back to the drawing board. Okay, I did X, Y, Z. Okay, let me change it up, do it this way. I mean, let me be more intelligent about the moves I was making. You know what I mean? So that's just a growing process, man. Embrace that shit. It's needed. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I think when you said that, another image popped up in my head. 2008 NBA Finals. I'm a huge Laker fan. You got to understand, a huge Kobe Bryant fan as well.
Yes, sir.
So when you said that, the first thing I thought
the
about
Mamba.
was, man, come on, the Mamba. He lost in 2008 to the Boston Celtics in Boston. And I'll never forget that image in my head of Kobe Bryant walking off that stage with the green confetti coming down. Right. And if you remember, we won in 2009. You're a Laker fan?
Yep, absolutely.
Come on now. We won in 2009. The following year, we lost. We beat the Magic. And then the following year after that, we beat the Celtics. Yeah. And I was like, shit, we had the Celtics. I'm like, come on. The one. Nigga, we've been waiting on you bitch-ass niggas. Because 2 years ago, y'all niggas whooped our ass. And that's when they had that big three with KG and Ray Allen and Rondo and Paul Pierce. They had a squad. But I'll never forget what Kobe said after he won that championship. We wouldn't have won this year if we didn't lose in 2008. Man. It was a different type of chip on our shoulders, he said. Right. When we knew we had to play them in the finals, it was ball game. Right. It was ball game. Like, we wanted y'all. Y'all the monster of the NBA. We want you motherfuckers. I'm thinking of something right now, though, James. Obviously, we're still talking about fatherhood. What do you think the difference is between raising boys opposed to girls? And do you think you would have the same expectations for your girls, and would you be just as hard on them, as you are with your boy? I'm not gonna say hard on them. I think that's kind of because I'm the same way with my girl that you are with your boys. Right. But would you have the same expectations for your girls as you would with your boys, and what would that look like for you?
You know what? To be honest, man, it wouldn't be any different.
Love it.
You know what I mean? And she would have to do the same thing they do.
Love it.
You know what I mean? She would have to get in there and fight them just like they fight each other.
Real.
You know what I mean? No, I wouldn't change nothing, man. Like, she go in there and she go get active.
I love it.
And yeah, man, she I'm pretty sure she would embrace it. See, the funny thing is, girls, man, sometimes girls be more with it than little boys.
Oh yeah, she would go up there and whoop her big brother's ass. Huh? You better get ready. Stop playing.
Yeah.
That's real.
They be with it, man. And man, it's that creating that mindset, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because she would carry herself a certain way for the rest of her life. You know what I mean? And we got to remember, man, we minorities, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Black men, black women, black boys, black little girls, man. We looked at a certain way from society, man. They got a certain perception of us from jump, whether they know us or not. You know what I mean? So there's definitely a certain aura that we need to carry about ourselves. You know what I mean? When traveling our road, going through this thing we call life. You know what I mean? And so everything I do with my boys, same thing I would do with my girl, all that shit would do is instilling them that confidence. Too many people walking around here with low confidence,
Facts.
Man. You know what I mean? They walking around like they beaten and broken, man, just because they're not getting the proper morals and characteristics and values instilled in them.
Come on, James, talking
age.
that talk.
So
that's real.
With that being said, it wouldn't be no difference.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it. I'm thinking about, because I work with kids too. And so for me, I think about these little kids and these fights I be breaking up all day between these second and fucking third graders. How old are your boys?
About to be 12, 8, and 6.
12, 8, and 6. Yeah. Okay, got you. So you got you a third grader, second grader?
Sixth grader.
What's the 8-year-old? He's second grade, third grade.
Second.
So he's second grade,
and then kindergarten.
And then you got kindergarten, and 13-year-old. He's like in sixth grade. You said 6?
12. Yeah, he's in 6.
He's in sixth grade. Got you. So for me, how do you, in seeing how you raising your boys, to be very conscious, I would say, from a combative standpoint, right? Knowing how to protect themselves. Right. How do you balance that from like, okay, kids, I'm teaching y'all how to fight, but don't be going whooping everybody's ass at school. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be bullying. Right. Like, what's your thing with like bullying with the youth? I see it a lot. I see it a lot, man. Like kids who are bigger, than smaller kids who maybe know a little bit more than other kids. They use what they know to kind of like pick on kids. What would and I would be scared to have you as a fucking dad, but you know what I'm saying, as a young buck, I'd be like, damn. But what would James's reaction be if he ever got a phone call from a teacher like, yo, your boys are up here bullying, like they're just fucking up people. Yeah. Like,
come get him.
Come get
now.
These niggas, man. These niggas is out of control, man. What would your reaction be from a bullying standpoint for kids?
Now, good thing, I would probably never get that call.
Perfect.
Because they don't have that type of character.
I love it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And they know what they're doing. They're good at what they do.
Love it.
But outside of them fighting and training with me and doing their sport, they mellow.
Yeah,
they chill. They kids. They have fun and play and want to run around and do everything else every kid is doing. You know. But with that being said, if it came down to it, they go definitely handle the situation.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And like you said, bullying is crazy right now, man. Yeah. Like when you got little kids killing themselves.
Oh yeah.
Because of people bullying them, whether it be physical or on social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a problem, yo. You know what I mean? And a lot of times it's just because, again, these kids lack confidence and they're scared to stand up for themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. Of course, we don't want to be physical. We don't want no altercations. First thing first, we want to be verbal about it. Right. You know what I mean? Use our words. But once it's past that, man, you got to know how to shut shit down.
Absolutely.
You know?
My mom raised me in a way to where she was like, yo, you can allow anybody to say anything they want, but if somebody put their hands on you, you got a green light to fuck them up in any capacity. And for me, I instill that quality within my daughter as well. I'm so especially with girls, bro. Yeah. Especially with girls. I'm seeing young boys slapping up girls in elementary school, bro, where I'm at. And I be telling these girls, like, hit them motherfucking boys back. What is wrong with y'all? Don't be walking away crying. Whoop they ass. I'm a coach out here. But I ain't obviously talking. Hey, parents, I ain't talking to your kids like that at school, is what I'm saying. But I'm saying I think it's important for these girls to protect themselves, especially, you know, these second graders, third graders, these little girls, man. These boys be up there trying to act them up.
Because you know what, man? If they don't do it now, as they grow up and become an adult, they ain't gonna do it then.
Facts.
And you got people on the job, sexual harassment, or you in the streets, in the club, and you just go accept it. That shit got to be broken early.
Or even a relationship. You have an abusive ass boyfriend that's whooping your ass, and you'll normalize that because it's like, well, that's what I'm used to.
Exactly.
Right. Now we gonna talk because we on the youth right now, and I'm very passionate about just kind of at risk youth.
Yes.
And I believe you to be it as well. How do you use what you do to inspire at-risk youth, kids that are born and raised in the hood that feel like they don't have no way out? Their parents on crack cocaine, their parents on drugs, their parents in jail, their brothers is gang banging. They see nothing but chaos around them, and it's very easy for kids to normalize that and to feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How important is it for you to kind of use your platform to inspire at-risk youth?
Yeah, man, that's, you know, even before I was doing what I was doing now, man, for me, it's just all about reaching back and touching those. We came from the same situation.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we was in juvie.
Yeah.
We was in group homes. We was in foster care. Yeah, but look where I am now, man.
Yeah.
But that just comes from a choice that I made. You know what I mean? You ain't got to be a victim of your circumstance. We all got the power to change our situation.
Yeah.
But what determines that is our work ethic. What determines that is our will and our heart, our desire. You know what I mean? To get up out that rut that we in. So, you know, I always try to go back to different group homes around LA, man. Primarily the one I work with, Eagleston Youth Center.
Gotcha.
So I go there, man. I started a program up there of strength conditioning and fitness and martial arts.
Love it.
So, you know, I mean, these are teenage boys, 13 to 18, cooped up in the house with 20-something other boys, you know. So I try to go back there and instill in them the characteristics and values and morals that's going to help carry them to the next level in their life.
I love it.
Through fitness and martial arts. You know what I mean? Taking what I got, the skill that I acquire, and passing it along to them, man.
Absolutely. When you say that, you say these boys, man. I'm super passionate about inspiring young black boys in particular in the hood, at-risk youth. And for me, one of the biggest things that I try to instill within these boys, I found myself talking to a group of boys today while I was at work, honestly. And I always tell these boys, you know, they come to me and I'm breaking up fights all day. Bro, I feel like I break up fights for a fucking living. You know, and these boys, they come to me, yo, Coach Q, he did this, he said this, he did this, I'm about to whoop his ass. All right, listen, you come here. I told this boy today, the biggest, powerful, the most powerful weapon that you have. I told him straight up, as a young black boy, is your ability to control yourself when somebody says something to you.
Yes.
Now, if you go out these gates and you grow up living in a world to where you're so used to fighting every single person that don't like you verbally, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Yeah. You're going to be in a lot of trouble. How important is it for you to instill those characteristics in your boys of like self-control? Yeah. Like just because somebody says something to you, don't mean you have to go physical. Right. But if somebody hits you, break his fucking
handle your business.
Handle your business. Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Put his ass in a sleeper. I seen your boy. Young boy with the ponytail said, "Be smart or no."
He wasn't playing. He wasn't
playing. I ain't playing with it. Look, but how important is self-control for you as a fighter, as somebody who's in combat sports, and instilling that within the youth as well?
Yo, that's crazy. You brought that up, man. Especially black men. Yeah. Okay. When we looked at what? When we angry, get mad. We go from 0 to 100. You know what I mean? We don't know how to control our emotions. We don't know how to verbalize shit, you know? And from a martial arts perspective, we're very humble. When you look at people who do martial arts, they don't walk around, you know what I mean, with their chests out, trying to fuck everybody up they see. It's very internal. It's very peaceful. It's just everybody's very humble. There's a lot of humility. And that's the way my boys carry themselves. Love it. That's the same thing I'm trying to teach the kids, you know, that's in the group home. You know what I mean? You ain't got to walk around like you Billy Badass. Right. Be confident within yourself and know your ability, know what you're capable of. You know what I mean? Now, if you need to go there, you can go there. But it's not about projecting violence on everybody that you see, man. Right. It's, you know, controlling your emotions, use it when necessary. That's real. What I mean? And it's just, it ain't hard to do. But you got to make that decision. It's something that you got to practice on every day through your craft. That's real. You know what I mean? When you in the dojo and you're getting your ass whooped every day to be great. Come on. You know what I mean? Come on. Then you finally reach that. It's not hard to humble yourself because you know what you had to go through to get there. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's very easy to, I can imagine too, it's very easy to rely on on an emotional charge when you in the dojo, when you in the ring, what have you. I remember Mike Tyson said everybody got a game plan until they get punched in the face. Enough. Out the window. Everybody got a game plan until they get punched in the fucking face, and then your emotions take charge of you, and you just like, boom. But what happens when we act on emotion? Come on. We get sloppy. Yeah. We get wild.
You forget the game plan.
We make mistakes.
Real.
And that's when we get caught.
Real.
You know what I mean? That's one of the main things, like when I'm training my sons, right? They'll get mad to getting touched up. Nobody wants to get hit. Nobody wants to get touched. Facts. So how you going to change that? You go get mad and go crazy and get wild and then just try to go into your mode and you get caught. No, you take it, internalize it, process it in your mind. Don't let me see how you feeling. You process it within you. You know what I mean? And then you set up what you want to happen. You know what I mean? We ain't always got to act right off the bat. Right. Take a second. Process it. All right, cool. Keep it inside. Make your move.
Never allow your opponent to know when you.
Absolutely not. You may hurt me. You ain't gonna know you hurt me.
You ain't gonna know you hurt me. Yeah. I'm still up in there bouncing around this motherfucker. Yeah. That's real. That's real. How has the does being in the spotlight bring a different aspect of pressure for you?
I wouldn't say so. It's funny. I get asked a lot, like, how does it feel? It's a lot of pressure since everybody compares me to Mike Tyson. And that's cool. Like, that's cool. I appreciate it. There'll never be another Mike Tyson. Right. You know what I mean? I'm me. I'm James the Beast Wilson.
Come on now.
Pressure will be there for whatever you do. Right. Everybody, if it ain't no pressure, there ain't nobody got high expectation of you. Facts. You know what I mean? Facts. That's real. So I just take that, like, appreciate it. Right. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna do me. Right. You know what I mean? You can't do nobody else but yourself, man. Else do and when you try to do somebody else, you go fail because you're not doing it for you.
I'm big on that, James. That's authenticity right there.
Absolutely.
I'm big on authenticity. How do you, like, for me, bro, especially being in the field I'm in, bro, it's overly saturated with inauthentic motherfuckers.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that one more time. It's so many people out here that's trying to be more. I'm talking to y'all right now. Right. There's so many y'all out there that's trying to be motivational. Y'all trying to be inspiring. Right. It's a lot of y'all out there that's trying to be Eric Thomas. Right. That's trying to be Gary Vee. That's trying to be Inky Johnson. That's trying to be Les Brown. Yep. My power resides in me knowing who I am and moving accordingly. Absolutely. So for me, I just told a group of boys I want to go speak at a middle school, MSDS, some middle school, and off Adams and where was we at? Arlington, on the corner of Arlington and Adams. I spoke at that middle school / high school, and I told these boys and these girls, I said, your biggest superpower is your ability to be authentic. Like, and I think people are afraid of authenticity and being themselves because of judgment. You agree with that?
Sure enough.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
Like we live in a generation where people are so drawn to be who they feel are going to be most accepted as, instead of just being who you want to be and fuck whoever don't like it.
Too many people is basing their actions off of the opinions of other motherfuckers.
That's real.
That's what they're doing.
That's absolutely real, bro. So for me, I'm super big on self-validation.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody to validate who I already know I am. It's already written.
Absolutely.
For you, I want to talk a little bit about what part of your journey, bro, did you really start seeing a shift happen from a success standpoint? Like, at what point in your journey, what year, what month, at what point in the journey did James say, okay, yeah, now we getting there. It's big time now.
Yeah.
What was that moment like for you? What did that look like?
Man, it was crazy. Like, one of my first big fights, man, I had like a big ass first round knockout.
Nice.
And it ended up being like knockout of the year. You know what I'm saying? That joint's still running even today.
Love it.
And it was
was that the white boy who fell out the ring?
Yeah.
I saw that. Saw it on your page.
Yeah.
Damn, you knocked that boy out cold. He's still asleep.
Yeah, I don't know where he
Yeah.
I don't know if he retired after that or what.
That nigga gone.
Hope you're all right though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it.
It's only business, huh?
Yeah. But then you get all the calls coming in. We need to fly you here. We need you here. And it's like, oh shit taking off. You see the shift. But then even though you get a shift, there's always gonna be a setback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even though that rose up, then it came to a period where shit died down. And then it's like, that make you think. You start processing shit differently. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Like what's going on? And then shit will take off again, and you'll come back down. But see, because of when shit like that, man, from the hot to the cold to the back to the hot, you know what I'm saying?
Roller coaster.
It's at moments like that where people will be like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
What am I doing? I mean, I should be here already. I should be doing this already. It ain't your time. You know what I mean? You got a couple of trials and errors to go through before you get to where you really supposed to be at.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
That's real.
Like, so I've experienced all of that. The highs, the lows, the being the man, the being on top, to losing a bullshit fight on a decision. Like,
yeah, them gotta hurt, right?
Yeah,
the decision fights.
Yeah,
I think that's where knockout artists are like very like cautious about. Like, I'm not even about to let this shit go to 12 rounds because I'm literally leaving my destiny in the hands of judges. Right.
Yeah, I've experienced that. Where like, I'm in another country fighting the champ of their country. You know what I mean?
Biased.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't put him down, you're not getting a decision. You know what I mean? So
it's not happening.
I've experienced that. But from that, I wasn't like, oh man, fuck this shit. No, I'm not gonna let this happen again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm knocking every motherfucker out.
Yeah.
That's real. James Wilson, man, you got to understand, bro. We in a space right now of inspiration. And I feel like if I wasn't on camera, nigga, I'd just sit here and talk to you for 5 fucking hours.
We could. We could. We definitely could, man.
It's an honor, bro, to speak to somebody that's in your profession. You're the first combative sport.
Yeah.
Is that a fucking word? Combative sport? I don't know. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I just made it up.
Combatives, yeah.
Combative sport.
Yeah.
You're the first person that we've had that's in the combat sports on the Unselfish Behavior podcast. And I think that you dropping gems, bro, that's so needed for the people. I'm very intentional, bro, with who I bring on this show. Yeah. Because I know that it's all about the people. Absolutely. My whole journey, bro, is of service to others. Yeah. For me, I would never give God the justice. I would never give God the representation if I don't acknowledge that the gift that he instilled within me is to literally give to other people. Hence the name Unselfish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So my main man, James the Beast Wilson, we always like to end out all of our episodes with allowing our guests to look at this camera right here.
Yes, sir.
And what you're going to do, my main man, James the Beast Wilson, you're going to leave them out with what we call here an unselfish message. Okay, that message can be centered around any topic, any message that you want to leave the audience with, whether it's from this interview, whether it's from life, anything, any morals, any standards, any values that you stand for. Just kind of leave them out with an ending message. What is James the Beast Wilson's unselfish message? At that camera right there.
Listen, man, check it out. Wherever you're at in your life right now, man, whatever trials you don't face, man, whatever closed doors you don't face, man, just know that eventually something's going to open up for you, man. Eventually what you working towards is going to happen. But you got to be willing to persevere. You got to be willing to keep going, man. You got to be willing to have some late nights and some early mornings, man. It's going to be times you ain't going to get your ass up. But that's when you got to suck it up, man. Use that mental. You understand? This is the strongest thing we got on our body, man. This controls everything else, man. Now, if you really want it, if it's really worth having, man, then you go keep your ass going, man, no matter how hard it get, man. So, beast mode or no, man. Beast mode or no mode. You need to hear it again, beast mode or no mode, man. 150%, baby, that's it. All in or nothing.
Beast mode or no motherfucking mode. You better understand what's going on up in here.
Yeah.
We got the one and only, the future heavyweight champion of the world, James the Beast Wilson. James, I want to be at your next fight, bro. Stop playing with me.
You in there. Not a problem. You in, I got you.
Come on now. 2 tickets, 3 tickets, 4 tickets.
I got whatever you need. Whatever you need.
We come on now. James, we up in there.
We in there.
You up in that mother. I'm manifesting it right now on camera because I am a master manifester at this type of shit. I promise you. You will be fighting Deontay Wilder within the next 2 years. Fighting for the heavyweight championship within the next 2 years. That could be a month from now. Who knows?
That's real.
But what I'm saying is this man, James the Beast Wilson, will be fighting Deontay Wilder for the heavyweight championship of the world. And this man is going to reign supreme.
Best believe.
I can feel that. I can see that right now.
And I heard you say manifested.
Come on now.
You just said something else, man. See, a lot of people don't believe in speaking things to existence,
Come on.
man. But if you want it, you got to let that shit roll off your tongue first and foremost.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
I do that.
Let the actions follow, baby.
I do that.
It's all going to fall in place, man.
That's real. That's real, man. Yep. So that is a wrap for this episode of the Unselfish Behavior Podcast. It was such an honor to have you here, my brother James.
Man. I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? 100%. You are family forever. I'm
Already
so glad that we reconnected, my brother. Come on now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Merry Christmas to all of y'all out there, man. Happy holidays. And you already know we always got to shout the team out here at Unselfish Behavior Podcast. Shout out to my main man, B Visuals. You know what I'm saying? The lead, the head of the production staff here. Yeah. And you already know my queen is in the building. You know, she go by the name of Simone. You know what I'm saying? Also, just a member of my life. You know what I'm saying? I think that's very pivotal to just have somebody in your corner.
The Rock.
The Rock, the foundation. You got to have that in business and you got to have it at home. So shout out to Simone. Shout out to Exclusive Slay. Shout out to my daughter Delilah. Shout out to Charlie. Shout out to Miss Tootie. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Karen. You know what I'm saying? That was a wrap for this episode of Unselfish Behavior Podcast. Till next time. And we out. Yo, what's going on? It's your main man, King Q. If you like that episode, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, and leave a comment. And also, if you want to follow the movement, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Unselfish Behavior Podcast. And as you know, we out.